The nice thing about using this French bread is it's pretty dense as far as the interior of the bread goes, so it does have the ability to soak in a lot of that custard. Drain off your excess custard. Don't waste this, just put it right back in the bowl because we'll make as much French toast as we can out of this amount of custard and onto our grill. Should hear a little sizzle. It's telling me my grill is nice and hot. With French toast, I'm looking for a very crisp outside with some color, and I want the inside to be nice and tender. If your grill is warm enough, it should actually sear the side of the grill, sear the side of the bread that's sitting on the grill, and just sort of gently steam the inside of the French toast, so you have that nice contrast between crisp edge and really nice, tender center. So again, in the custard, that was just about 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds per side. Let the excess drip off. I'm going to test the first piece that I put down. It should not stick, that's the first thing, and you should have some nice color. If it's still sticking to the grill, it's not ready to turn, and that's generally a good lesson for any type of grilling. Certainly if it's animal protein, if you're grilling a piece of fish, if you're grilling a piece of chicken, it should not stick. If it's still sticking, it's telling you it's not quite ready to flip over yet. So give it time, be patient, and flip it when it's no longer sticking to the grill. So with these, this has probably been about a minute. I would say it's going to be a total of about 3 minutes with this thickness of bread. Remember over here we've got our ginger berry fruit compote. Just a little bit of ginger, a little bit of lemon zest, some white sugar, and about a pound of mixed berries. Use your frozen berries in this case. Unless you have a lot of fresh berries on hand, this is a very good use for your frozen berries. And all we're doing at this point in time is bringing everything to a simmer, and I'm just going to look for the fruit to start to break down a little bit. I do not want to make what looks like preserves or jam, so I want to make sure we can still identify the berries. Don't overcook your compote. And then a little spoon of the compote on top of a warm slice of French toast or a warm pancake or even a warm waffle is really wonderful. You can always infuse maple syrup with berries. If you have some nice pure maple syrup, throw it into a saucepan, toss in some blueberries, some strawberries, some raspberries, and just let them break down a little bit, and then you have some really nice flavored maple syrup to use, exactly as I would use my compote. So if we look back to the grill here, you can see two pieces got a little darker than the back two. This is just telling me that the grill in the front, or the spot that's closest to me, is a little hotter than the back, which is fine. I'm just going to pay attention to these two slices, and they're going to come off first. While you're waiting for the last pieces to come off the grill, get your remaining bread in the custard so it has a chance to absorb. These still have not quite enough color, so I'm going to keep those on, and I will proceed on that hot spot on the grill and finish cooking off the remaining slices of bread that I have. As far as planning, I would say, for a slice of French toast about like this, 3 slices per person, just to give you an idea of how much you need to make. I, on the other hand, could probably eat about 6 slices, but I would say the average person would eat about 3, because these are not very large. My compote has come to a nice simmer. Fruit has begun to break down. At this point in time, I'm going to turn the heat off. Like I said, the white sugar reacted with the natural sugar in the fruit. It produced its own syrup, so I didn't have to add any liquid to that. And that can just sit in the warm pan and stay nice and hot for service. At this point in time, I'll pull these. Again, no sticking. It did not resist the turn, so I know these are ready to turn. And I've got a nice amount of color. Get to know your grill pans. They're all different. They all work differently. Some have incredible hot spots that you need to pay attention to, and some are just perfect. If you have one of those electric griddles, a lot of people really enjoy using those. Absolutely fine. Whatever works for you at home. If it's a new grill pan, don't get frustrated. Practice with it. Assume that things are not going to be perfect right away. Just because it's cast iron, it needs time. Certainly time to season, but it also requires a little bit of practice. So I have very nice color on both sides, ready to come off the griddle. Again, just like the pancakes or the waffles, if you're making, serving 6 people, make them in batches, hold them in a warm oven. Preheat your oven to about 200 degrees, throw them on a cookie sheet, and you can just cover them with a clean kitchen towel to keep them warm so everyone gets to eat hot waffles, hot pancakes, hot French toast at the same time. Here I have a plate of beautiful French toast waiting for my gingerberry compote. What could be better for brunch? I am Michael Montgomery from the Culinary School of the Rockies. Hope you learned a little bit about some brunch staples.